So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and it's day 19 of the Advent calendar. It's the 19th of December, Monday morning, bright and breezy. Yeah, screw you. So Cromwell B is on the blocks. We knew it was on the list of tanks that we expected to see. And it's a tier 6 British medium tank, an extremely good one at that. Very, very popular, was sold originally as part of the Berlin Quartet. We've talked about this before. There was the Rudy, the IS-2, the Cromwell B, and the ISU 122S, all in that pack, and they were the first of the tanks that sort of departed from the old ethos that Wargaming had, that premium tanks had to be slightly worse than their non-premium equivalents. With the arrival of the Berlin Quartet, they all were at least as good, and in some cases better, than their originals. And that seems to have been the policy they've continued with since these tanks arrived on the battlefield. Premiums are no longer the weaker link. They are often better, in many cases considerably better than non-premium tanks. So Berlin B, really, really nice tank. So we've got that on the mark. We've also got some more tokens here. A and a 2, which, so by the end of the week, by the 24th, we will have enough code here to make up a complete code which you plug in, and we'll get some kind of benefit. I don't know what it will be, but we will see. So let's have a look at the tank and the price. So it is only available as a bundle. There is no individual tank, which isn't surprising really. You can get the tank, garage slot, 3,000 gold, and then a full crew loadout with 100% training and 100% brothers in arms already in place. So like we described with one of the other tanks, basically that means is they already have brothers in arms, but it doesn't count as their first skill. So you can earn credit, you can earn their experience just as quickly as you could if they didn't have any kind of perk already on the guys. So that's a huge bonus. And it's a pretty reasonable price, £20.93, or just shy of €25. It's not bad. I mean, it is only a tier 6, but this is a really good tier 6. So let's have a look at the wiki site. So it's a very good crew trainer. It comes with a commander, gunner, driver, radio man and loader, which is everything you're going to need with the British medium tanks. So thumbs up from the crew training perspective. 750 hit points is pretty good. 28 tons. It has a engine power of 650, which is a bit smaller than the standard Cromwell, but it has a top speed of 64 and 20 in reverse, and traverse speed is an outstanding 50 degrees per second. That's light tank like, and a power ratio of 23.19, which is again light tank like. Really, this tank is extremely nimble and mobile. Very, very good indeed from that perspective. Armor is not great. 63.5 on the hull, 42.9, 31.8 on the rear. So basically 64, 43, 32, which is not great. Turret armor 76, 63 and 57 is also not fantastic, but it's weird, you do bounce stuff in this, and I don't know why that is, because it shouldn't do. The surfaces are very flat, no angling really, but it does bounce, so go figure. But its speed is your armor in this thing. It carries a 75mm gun, has penetration of 145, 202 with its APCR and 36 with its HE. So the standard pen 145 is okay. You're gonna struggle a bit in tier 8s, but then that premium really helps. And also, you use your mobility. This tank is one of those ones that you really need to get round the enemy flanks, get into their rears, and use it very much like a sort of a light tank, really. Very good rate of fire, 15.38 rounds per minute. Dispersion is 0.36, but feels worse than that. Aim time is 2.3, which is horrible. But again, if you keep up close, you should be able to hit, because it's one of these tanks where you rush in, you auto lock on, and then you just fire, and you don't really need to you just wait until you've reloaded and fire again. If you're close enough, the chances are the shells will still hit. So you have an average damage per minute of 2076, which is very, very good at tier 6. Turret traverse is 48 degrees per second, which is good. Gun elevation of -8 and +15 is also good. Ammo count is 64, which is alright. View range 36, which is pretty good. It's a really good scout. And signal range 570, which nobody cares about. So let's have a look at the what they consider the pros and cons. Pros: gun is identical in performance against the Cromwell's top gun, despite its name and appearance. So it appears it's different, but it actually is exactly the same. Great acceleration, much like a light tank, surpasses the Cromwell due to noticeably better terrain resistance. Yes, it is slightly better than a Cromwell on movement, not to a huge degree, but slightly. Increased track traverse compared to the regular Cromwell, 50 versus 36, so it's much more nimble. Increased income, so like all premiums, you get a bonus when you play this, and not only do you get crew experience, you also get credit bonus. Can adapt crews from any British medium due to premium matchmaking status. Yeah, well, yeah, we know that. It's you can put your British crew in here and train them up, and then send them out in their own tank, and so they get 2 lots of ×2s or ×3s or ×5s, depending on what's happening at the time. So that's all good. Cons: slightly reduced accuracy on turret rotation than the standard Cromwell, and suffers from the same weaknesses as the regular Cromwell. So what are they? Well, rather vulnerable, and unsloped armour doesn't bounce very often. Yeah, it's flat. It's funny though, you do from time to time, considering the thickness. I find with mine occasionally I'll bounce. Vulnerable to modular damage and crew death in certain areas. Prone to ammo rack damage. Safe stowage perk is highly recommended. Appalling accuracy on the move. Training, smooth ride and snapshot helps to compensate. Mediocre shell velocity. Yeah, it's as I said, it's a tank where you really need to get in close. Take away use your speed, use your mobility, get in close, and auto lock if you can with the gun, and just keep firing. It can't mount vertical stabilizer. It's only tier 6, so yeah, it can't do that. So it is what it is. So it's a really in summary, it's a really nice tier 6 medium. It doesn't get preferential, so you will see tier 8s from time to time, but it doesn't really matter. This is one of those tanks that can survive at any tier, because you just become more of a scout. I think this is great. I love playing my Cromwell. It's particularly good when you're in a platoon with 2 or 3 Cromwells. Really effective then, because they can wolf pack and they can swarm all over the enemy. These things move so quickly that they yeah, really good. And 20 quid for a tier 6 British premium, I think that's not a bad price, even if you can't get it standalone. I think it's very good indeed. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was, consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Have a good day, enjoy your games, try not to take them too seriously, and I'll see you again soon. Gamer Dom out.